by x. And what would we set that equal to?
30 divided by 10.
Why is it 30 divided by 10 and not...
We started with the baby triangle on the other one.
Wait, hold on. What?
So what if
I did it completely
we use
opposite,
x
you
divided by
guys.
2?
Yeah, okay.
Then what would you do on this
You
side?
still get the same
Would you
answer.
get
They
the
just
same
flip
answer?
one.
Yeah, you did.
Cross multiply.
30x equals 240.
X equals 8. Yeah. That's the ultimate answer.
Will you get a Dalmatian sheet out for Alexis? Thank you. It's 8. It is 8, 8, 8.
So couldn't you just...
Yes. But for those of us that can't, we set up a proportion.
I didn't do that. I just kind of just now thought about that.
Wait, what can you do?
Simplify. 30 divided by 10 is 8. 30 divided by 10 is 3. So you need to figure out what's going to give you 3 over
I
here.
don't know why I said no like that. It was just crazy. Yeah, 30.
But you knew what I was trying to get to. Alright, number 2. Number 2. This is also the side splitter theorem, but it gives us the whole side right here, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we would do x divided by what?
X divided x plus 12.
Okay, and what would we set that equal to? What's our baby side up here? And then we would divide it by what? Now, we wouldn't divide it by 33 because this is just this half part right here, correct? So if we know that this is 11 and the whole thing's 33, what is this?
22.
You could do it either way. What do you mean the other way? What do you... Yeah.
Okay, because I got really confused when you did it like that. I thought I got it wrong.
No.
Okay.
All right, cross multiply, solve it. We should already be done with this because I said you needed to be done through 6, but you know.
I'm done through 5, but I'm Yeah.
Number 6.
It's a interesting one.
Number 6 was shade.
If these two, what do these tickies mean right here?
Did we ask?
What do the tickies mean? So what would you do with those two?
70. Interesting.
And then create your proportion from that. All right, what did we get on number 3? I'm sorry, number 2.
6.
A muscle my leg.
Yeah.
I got 6.
How?
Oh, wait. I got 11. That's next.
All right, number 3. How would we set up that proportion?
Oh, you
X
put
plus
X.
10 over... or
It's not
divided by-
over.
Divided by x.
Yeah.
Equals 30 divided by...
Yeah, that's what I put.
Okay.
I put X over
That's what we're trying to say.
It's not over.
I said I put
divided by
X.
10, and then X plus 10 divided by 30. Does that work?
It's on my notes.
Yep. That would look as well.
Oh, number 6, the library. Calming, I like it.
You feel like somebody, you make me feel like somebody walked through that door.
How did y'all set up let's do number 4, and then we're going to do 5, and then we'll do 6. How did y'all set up 4?
Well, they're equal to each other.
What's equal to each other?
Like 12 and then take. Oh, wait, no.
No. All the tickies are equal.
Well, okay.
I had a blonde
So
number.
orange parallel would be 12 and 2x minus 5 and x plus 3.
Would they be congruent just because the opposite side is congruent?
And they're aligned.
Because it hits the other side evenly?
Yeah.
Because they're parallel? Okay, so what would you do with those?
Well, I'll just add it.
2x minus 6.
That's fine. It's just a habit for me to do it that way. Now, Logan said that if these are congruent and these are parallel, that means that over here all of these must also be congruent because it's running the same. It's hitting them at the same spot. So this cuts it into congruent parts over here. And then you solve for x. I'm so tired of hearing y'all's side conversation. Like, I do not care. I need you to stop talking. Unless it's about math, I need you to stop talking. Yes.
What are you listening to?
Some playlist on my phone.
It's relaxing, so don't complain about it, please.
Can you also, like, lean up? Thank you. All right, how would we set up number 5?
16 divided by 1 equals 13 divided by 11.
Yep, what he said.
Okay. All right, now on number 6, you have to find x first. We just said how to do it. And it's also on page 48B. So these have tickies. That means they're congruent. So we would set these equal to each other.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you would get x equals 5, correct?
Yes.
So if you have x, you can plug that back in here. And that gives us this is 14 and this is 14.
Whoa.
Ham sandwich.
I wouldn't think they're the same because of the ticky.
Alright, then we take these, and we're still using page 48B because that has the parallel lines theorem.
Wouldn't they equal each other?
See how this is? You can, but let's set up a proportion to prove it.
Okay.
Here we don't have this side length, so we can assume that, and it's a triangle. But here I would rather us. I'm sorry, my eyes, there's something in it.
At least it's not switching like yesterday.
Oh, it still is.
Oh.
Yes. Alright, so we would do 3y divided by what?
2y.
And we would set that equal to,
14 divided by 50.
alright, cross multiply. See if you get the same thing. I just want to see that we are capable of setting up proportions. You know what I mean, Butterbean?
Yes.
I got y equals 2. Awesome. Alright, now, 7, 8, and 9. Do those look like what we talked about yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. So is 7, and let's go to 50A in our notebook.
Whoa.
Yes.
So for 4 and 5, that's when you figure them out without the answer.
No, you need to solve them.
I just saw the answer here.
If you're done with it, you can turn it in. That's fine. Alright, now, number 7. Is that an altitude, angle bisector, or median? Angle bisector. So this is on page 50A. What is 8? Besides Travis. Also, Travis, you get a point for that.
Hold on. It's the, no, it's not. It's the,
It's an altitude.
oh, it's the median.
It's a median. Take a point.
Oh, that's right.
Alright, and number 9, what's that?
It's the,
That fact wasn't an altitude.
Take a point.
and then this
It's on page 50.
angle bisector. Wait, hold on.
Alright, so work those out.
Isn't 10 an angle bisector?
10 is an angle bisector, so is 11, so is 12.
Whoa! Sorry, I got excited.
We said that 10, 11, and 12 are angle bisectors. So we're still using page 50 on all of these. It's basically what the summation of the conversation. So this is all on page 48. This is all on page 50. And I'm going to walk around and see how we're doing on setting these up and pause it for a minute. Oh, Blair. Hey, please make sure you circle your answers or box them or something so I know that that's your answer. My pen's dying. It's an angle bisector at the bottom of 50A. It's like number 4 down there on 50A. Which one? That's the dilations. No, it's not. Go to your dilation page. Which was what, 49? Okay, go to that page. We're not going to be afraid. Is it not? It should.
What are the ones at the bottom?
50 on the back? Worry problems?
I don't know how to persevere in the face of danger.
Chastity. Baby, we just doing math.
What problems are like so hard?
Just break it down.
It still doesn't work.
It does. It literally does. That is actually what you do. So for 17, it says refer to the map at the right. 3rd Avenue and 5th Avenue are parallel, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let's put not rainbows. Let's put the arrows on 3rd Avenue and 5th Avenue. If the distance from 3rd to City Mall is 3,201 feet, so that's from here. Which part is it? Oh, my stomach.
Is it okay?
Mm-hmm. Along State Street, so that's this street right here, correct? So it says from 3rd to City Mall along this street is what? What length does it give us for this whole thing?
3,000.
Find the distance between 5th Avenue and the City Mall along Union. So that's page 48A. It's just the side splitter. That's it. Look at us. We did it. Yes. Do number 13.
I hate word problems.
We're going to call, okay, it doesn't have it labeled. So we're going to call this A, and we're going to call this B. Now it says, determine whether the dilation from A to B is an enlargement or a reduction. Did we get smaller or larger?
We got smaller.
So that's a reduction.
I thought it was having oranges.
It is. Then find the scale factor. So the scale factor, if this is our reduction, that means that this is our prime, correct? Okay, and to find that, it says on page 49 that we have to do the prime divided by the original. So I would use this coordinate, which is 1, 0, and this coordinate, which is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. going to go with it's a third. Because what's 1 divided by 3?
I got 2.
How did you get 2?
Because I took the length of AB and divided it by the length of BE.
So what did you get for your length of AB?
5.
And what is your length of, okay, could you also do the same thing for AC? Tell me what the length of AC is. Let's use one that doesn't end in like a half.
84.
Okay. So why would you say that it's 2 instead of when we counted like this when it told us to divide? I agree with you. I'm just wanting to know why.
Because I didn't actually look at the notes or anything like that. I just was looking at the scale factor of it.
Mm-hmm.
And since the side of, I guess the big one is the original.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so since the side of the original was 8, and the side of the smaller one was 4. then
Would it, okay, but it's a reduction.
Yeah,
So is that 2 or is that a half?
it was half.
I agree with you.
That's what I did.
I just don't like, if we did it the way that it tells us to, by the book with doing the points, it doesn't give us a half, does it?
So which one is?
Which one is wrong? Well, we can look at it and see that it's reducing it by half. I'm going to have to think on this one because I'm going to argue it a different way in a second. I don't know why you're laughing at me. Alright, so this is 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pause this so you're not watching me and you guys keep working. Okay. Keep working. That's how I set up 17 and 18. Did you guys set them up that way? You didn't. I see people writing. I will not give away my answers. Are those the dilations?
Okay, so
Ish.
I just said
I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Because I don't like those.
The labeling on 14 is throwing me off.
All of them it's throwing us off. Because the points don't match up if you do what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Now on 15, you could just divide the side lengths because it's a square. So 15 is easy. You know that it's getting smaller, so 15 is a reduction. And then you would do B divided by A. So what's the length of this side on B? 1, 2, 3, 4. Divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4/5. Yep. Yes, in that yellow. No, don't get those. I'll grab them. So then you're going to get a big number, all right? And it's okay that you did that. Okay. I haven't worked it out yet.
Oh man.
All right, number 19. Number 19. It says consider the triangle formed by the path. Which one is if the batter gets a hit that bisects the triangle, is the center fielder or right fielder closer to the ball?
Right field.
The right fielder. Why?
How does he have
Yep. Closer distance. Study for your test. It's mañana.